So welcome, I am Kezia Hall from supernaturallyhealthy.co.uk. I'm a holistic health coach, and today I'm here to share with you 3 surprising nutritional factors that could be contributing to your depression. So first, a bit of a disclaimer here. I suffered from depression for myself for about 2 years, but it's really important that you work with a medical professional on this, and some of these factors might be the root cause, but they might just be contributing factors. So it's really important that you make your own decision and choices on this. So that's my little disclaimer. So what I'm going to do is give you a bit of a history. For me, I was depressed probably for about 2 years, probably about 7 or 8 years ago. You know, that grey feeling, that no fun, just feeling a bit lame and rubbish and everything else, feeling really low in mood, really low in energy, not sleeping well, having bad dreams, and all of it, you know, everything that comes along with depression. And at the time, I just thought it was me. I was at art school at the time, and lots of people were depressed, so I just thought that was kind of normal and what happened. But actually it turned out that that didn't need to be the case at all. And in hindsight, I had loads and loads of gut health issues. So my gut was really messed up and really damaged. I also had a whole host of other digestive issues, and basically I wasn't in a really good place. So all of these factors, these 3 nutritional things that I'm going to share with you now, were all important factors and contributing factors to my own depression. And as I've addressed certain these things, I have noticed that my mood and general mental well-being has just gone from strength to strength as years go on. I've not suffered from depression for years and years now, and it's not something that's in my life, but I do remember those horrible mornings of waking up and just feeling really black and just feeling really trapped within this feeling that I really wanted to just go away, and it just wouldn't. So let's look at some of the nutritional causes for depressions and contributing factors. So the first one is, obviously, now this might seem a little bit obvious, but depression is often due to low serotonin. Yeah, you probably knew that. I knew that. That's pretty basic. And most of us think that serotonin production happens in our minds, and we need to take certain drugs and stuff to help balance that out. And while I have nothing against taking drugs, a really important factor to note is that 90% of your serotonin production actually takes place in your gut. So by that, your gut is from your mouth right down to your anus and your butt, and actually 90% of your serotonin level is serotonin production is in your gut. So if your gut's damaged, meaning if you're suffering from consistent digestive issues, bloating, IBS, if you've got food intolerances, anything along those lines, chances are you've got a damaged gut. And if your gut is damaged, it's not going to be producing a heck of a lot of serotonin. If you don't have a lot of serotonin, down goes your mood and mental well-being. So that's number one. It's really simple. And if you head over to supernaturallyhealthy.co.uk, I've got loads of resources there about how to really heal and look after your gut. But one of my top favorite foods for healing the gut is bone broth. Homemade bone broth or homemade stock is super nourishing. So if you feel like you maybe are struggling with gut health issues and depression, and you think that maybe your gut is a bit damaged and that could be contributing to your depression, then make sure you get and make some bone broth or homemade stock. It's super nourishing. So that is the surprising kind of number 1 cause of depression, is low serotonin, but that's often due to poor gut health. So that's really important. Number 2, the second kind of surprising cause to things like depression and low mood is really out of whack blood sugar levels. So we have kind of blood sugar levels in our bodies, and they should stay pretty consistent throughout the day, kind of up and down a bit, but not often. But most of us, due to our high sugar intake, our sugar levels go up and down like this, and they're really unstable. That's why you get kind of angry when you're hungry. That's why you can get really hungry, all of that sort of stuff, and that can lead to actually really mess up your mood as well. So it's really important that you deal and balance out your blood sugar levels, and removing refined sugars really helps. I know for me, if I go on holiday and just have loads and loads of refined sugary foods and ice creams, and you know, over a course of a week or 10 days, I will notice that I slip into more depressive cycles, moods and feelings, and that disappears straight away when I just get rid of the refined sugars again and enjoy some naturally sweet stuff and a healthier diet. I notice it within 7 to 10 days. It makes such a difference. So it's really important that you get your blood sugars stable and remove the refined sugars. And if you're really needing some help with that, then I am launching a Beat the Sweet 21-day challenge at the end of this month, where I'm going to be walking through how to ditch the sugar addictions, but also how to introduce some really delicious, naturally sweet foods that are going to do your body good. So that's a really, really important factor. So the third surprising cause, nutritional cause that could be contributing to your depression, is low vitamin B levels, and specifically vitamin B12 and vitamin B6. Often, especially within vegetarians, or if you have poor gut health, chances are your vitamin B levels are probably going to be pretty low. And in 2009, a study was done with people suffering from depression, and 1 in 4 of the women who had been diagnosed with depression were vitamin B12 deficient. So that's a massive amount of people, actually. So it's really, really important that we really are aware and eating a really nutrient-dense food. So foods that have vitamin B12 in are things like spirulina if you're a vegetarian, but if you're not a vegetarian, things like liver, red meats, egg yolks, all of that sort of stuff are good sources of vitamin B12 and will really, really help to boost that. But you've got to make sure, think about cause number 1, your gut needs to be really, really healthy in order to digest and absorb the vitamin B12. So those are my 3 kind of surprising causes that could be contributing to your depression or poor mental health. I'll run through them again. And the first one is obviously low serotonin, which is linked to damaged gut. So number 1, you really need to focus on healing the gut. Number 2 is you really, really need to sort out your blood sugar levels. If you're on a blood sugar roller coaster, chances are your mood is going to be all over the place and not very stable and steady. And I know that from my tangible, consistent experience. If I just ate sugar for the next week, I would probably feel depressed by next weekend. I just know that's going to be the case. But when I clean up my diet and have natural sweeteners in, it's not a problem. I feel awesome. So, and number 3 is being vitamin B deficient, specifically vitamin B12. And that can all really contribute towards a depression. So if you are struggling, even just with a low mood, then these are the different factors that could really, really contribute towards it. And if you feel like you are really addicted to sugar, but you just feel like that means you never need to eat chocolate or cake again, then make sure you head over to supernaturallyhealthy.co.uk and just look at my Beat the Sweet 21-day challenge, because you can still enjoy chocolate and cake and ditch the refined sugar addiction. You completely can. So make sure you sign up to that and click onto the link below the comments, and that will have more information for you in there. So those are my helpful tips. Make sure, be wise, take responsibility for your own health, chat with your medical health practitioners, but just recognize how much nutritional factors contribute towards your mental health and mental well-being. It's really, really important. If you have any other questions, then head over to supernaturallyhealthy.co.uk, and there's loads of freebies and great stuff there. I've also created a free natural sweetener e-guide, which is my complete guide to my 8 favorite natural sweeteners, plus a whole load of recipes to use that. So just click on the link below. Otherwise, have an amazing day, and I will see you soon.